Music. Yeah.
Milsurp Garage on Thanksgiving Eve. Nothing screams Thanksgiving to me more than the Rossi, the Overland, 12 gauge side-by-side coach shotgun. And I don't know why that is. It's a cowboy action shooter. I don't know what that has to do with Thanksgiving and pilgrims. I have no idea. But in my eyes, this just screams Thanksgiving for some strange reason. This example is 12 gauge, 20-inch barrel, 3-inch shells it takes. And these exposed hammers here are pretty cool. This is what makes it awesome, in my opinion, is these double triggers and these exposed hammers. I don't have any other exposed hammer shotgun. The front trigger does this hammer over here. And the rear hammer, the rear trigger does this one over there. You do have to kind of worry about that if you have them loaded and you're lowering the hammers. I realize now it's easy to get those mixed up. I always seem to get it wrong. So, good rule of thumb, if you have both of these cocked and you're going to be doing any lowering of the hammer thing, might be to crack it open before you actually do that, so you don't have to worry about an accident. But what's cool about these is the breaking open here doesn't cock anything, so it just kind of flops open. And this one, when I got it, you could tell it was kind of new because it's still stiff. The ones that have been around for a while, they do just kind of literally flop open. Little history on these. Rossi made these from 78 to 88, around. I can't really get any straight up numbers on these because then there was a Squire model that went from 85 to 90 or 92 or something. So you see that 92 number thrown in on these a lot, but I think they changed to hammerless for a period into the 90s, and that confuses the numbers. But I think 78 to 88 I can be sure of. And this one, I think, is a little into the 80s because I don't think they said the writing. I've seen older ones where the markings here are different, where it actually doesn't say the Overland on it. I think it doesn't have that name yet. It just says made in Brazil, Rossi, 12 gauge, like that. I've seen different writing here. I think those are the olders. But yeah, they're improved cylinder here on the right and modified here on the left. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This guy, like I said, I found one. Yeah, a nice soft recoil pad. Couldn't hurt with one of these. This thing came on it when I bought it, and I just kind of left it there. I'm pretty sure I got this on Gunbroker, and when it came, that was just there. I don't even think it was in the pictures. I don't remember seeing it in the pictures, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then, I don't know, things like that. I kind of feel like, it was there for a while, so you could actually see on the wood was different. And the wood, look at the wood on these. Isn't it beautiful? These, you see them beat up a lot. Not 100% sure why that is. It doesn't really seem like that much of a workhorse. Maybe people that do the cowboy action shooting really put a beating on these things. I don't know. But, yeah, here's what we got written on it. The Overland. Rossi. Made in Brazil. 12 gauge. 3-inch. And this nice nice work on these things. I mean, I don't care what they say about these Brazilian guns. I don't even like Taurus. I don't know why they break chop so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen some crappy Tauruses, but see just the fit and finish here, how the metal all comes together. It's pretty damn good to me. I don't see any huge gaps or anything crappy looking. Even here on the tang, this is an interesting place. I mean, you can see that it's not a high dollar shotgun, but it certainly isn't any kind of bargain basement crap. And I'll tell you what prices are doing on these lately. These, if you know what got me into this was the Hickok 45 videos on it. I was like, I gotta get me one of those. Just the amount of fun he was having with these things. You'd never think of versatility with something like this, but I mean, he's shooting birdshot. He's shooting slugs. He's shooting across his whole range, ringing the gong with it. He's blowing up pumpkins with it. I mean, it's like your target shooting 1 minute, you're buckshotting something to destroy the next minute, and then firing both barrels at the same time into stuff, which, by the way, I could even give him a little heads up. I found that by firing it like this, he was having a problem with the knuckle, because when you squeeze the triggers here and the recoil, this finger gets pinched between these two triggers. And that's what he was having problems with, this finger getting hurt. I found that by grabbing it like this, you definitely want to keep this finger, hooking it around the trigger guard is good, or just anywhere along the side here is even good. But squeezing it like this, there isn't enough room. It's thinner. Somehow it just, the angle of your hand fits better, where you could really get a good grip right here, and I'm not pinching, that knuckle's not getting hit by anything. So just a heads up, if you want to fire both barrels, that's a good way to do it. And let's see, we could snap cappy here. These are snap caps, totally inert. Doesn't kick them out even after firing on them. It doesn't. It just hands them to you a little bit. It has the extractor there to just pull the rim out. So you could conceivably grab them both together like this and just pull them out. And yeah, I don't know why it screams Thanksgiving, but I just always thought that maybe it's like what you'd go hunting for turkey with or something. I don't know. But what would be interesting is 20-inch barrel. I'm not scared of that. And modified, the left side here is modified. Be fun to go shoot around a trap out of this side, or even both sides. Use skeet and do the doubles. That would be insane. Would anybody even notice if you shot trap and you pulled both triggers at the exact same time? Would anyone even know that you're doing that? If you had 50 shells with you? It's a question for the ages right there. So that's the story. One complaint people have is that when this hammer is back, this interferes. But it does open. But it touches, so they say it interferes. This interferes. So, which one is it? That's the forward one. And you don't want to dry fire it too much, because it will mushroom these guys right here. But it's a nice, safe shotgun to load and just keep the hammers down on. And not, and then when you're ready to go, you pull back for being ready to go. But otherwise, even if you drop it here, if you notice, it won't go forward unless you pull the trigger. It won't go forward to hit the firing pin, because that's the firing pin right there. If you look in here and I do that, there's the firing pin. I mean, there's no fooling around. That's direct access right there. But only if you pull the trigger. If you're not pulling the trigger, even dropping it on here won't do anything. So that's the Rossi. They make these in 410, 20, and 12 gauge. They make a 20-inch barrel and a 28-inch barrel. From what I'm reading, I don't think I've ever seen a 28-inch barrel one for sale unless I wasn't paying attention. But man, the prices on these things freaking skyrocketed. This used to be, you know, one of those cheapo Brazilian shotguns, you know, and now these things are going for like $800 to $1,000. That's the way it is, and you don't have many options anymore as far as coach guns go. You know what I mean, for your cowboy action shooting or your turkey hunting. I say turkey hunting. Yep, I think both barrels into a turkey. Those things actually fly. You can see how much of a hunter I am. I mean, a turkey, I've seen wild turkeys that just kind of like walking around looking at you. Is that where you shoot them, or do they? I guess they actually take flight. I mean, they are a bird, right? I guess so. I think those ones running around on the ground are skinny or something. No meat on them. Well, anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Just figured I'd bring you my my firearms take on Thanksgiving. The Overland. Gotta love it. I love this shotgun. It's one of my faves. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and be well.
Yes.